So the other news was, I mean, like I said, there's been quite a bit of news, but the other thing is the end of She-Hulk. Now, Yoda, you had some comments to make on this, didn't you?
Well, I actually wanted to talk about
Andor first,
because you're effing up my bit.
Sorry, let's do that again.
Yeah.
And so let's it has been the end of She-Hulk, but also Andor's been on, hasn't it, Yoda?
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate you just setting me up like that.
Seamless.
Not a problem.
Matt, you've been watching it. I think you did the review.
Yeah.
And I've got two things that I've noticed on this show. So I'll get through this, but I think you will appreciate some of this, Sean. One, did you see the guy die from a heart attack? When do we have heart attacks in? People don't die of heart attacks in Star Wars, all right? You get killed by a blaster, you get cut in half by a lightsaber, you get thrown down a reactor shaft.
None of that kills you, by the way.
Yeah, you get blown up in the spaceship. You get kidnapped and raped to death by sand people. That was only happened once, but still. Or you merge peacefully into the Force like a fart in the wind. You don't get lymphoma, all right? So that's a little weird to me that we have natural cause death in Star Wars. And then secondly, have you noticed that Andor's big move is to basically unexpectedly murder you mid-sentence?
Like Phil.
Yeah. No,
he did it in Rogue One. He did it he's done it twice in Andor. And I think I see the pattern here. If you're getting whiny or you're getting too scared or you're going to stab your friends in the back, all female traits, by the way, Sean, Andor will just murder you in the face. Just bam. No talking. I'm beginning to love this guy. He does not put up with this. Now I'm really wanting to see the Andor She-Hulk crossover where She-Hulk starts whining about her overpaid job or her beautiful superpowers, and just in the mid-whine, he just shoots her in the face dead. That's the last episode, and we move on. Because Andor is becoming an all-out Chad to me. As far as how he handles things. And it's like, oh God, they're talking again. Talk, bam, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's
it's probably the most unexpected gem so far this year for me. Because
it is.
I dismissed it out of hand. I was like, it's a prequel to a prequel. I know how it's ending. I'm not interested. It's going to be shit. And then I actually, for the first time in ages, I'm actually looking forward to a Star Wars show following week.
To me, still none of it feels anything like Star Wars whatsoever. To me, Star Wars is the Jedi battling against clone troopers and everything else. This is kind of like the opposite end of where the people do the cleaning and the sweeping up and all the crap you don't see of Star Wars. And so to me, I've not got anything Star Wars about it at all. I'm watching it just because I am, but that's it.
Yeah, but original Star Wars was all about joining the rebellion and the fight back. It just descended into pew, pew, pew and lightsabers and everything else as it went along. But the original Star Wars was all about...
You had a lightsaber in the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it was still about the rebellion, escaping from the Empire, sending plans off.
Sean's gone. Be careful, Sean. Remember, you do have live guns around the house, so please be careful.
Oh, believe me, I'm very aware that I've got live loaded guns right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Let's keep talking, guys. We get a lot of ratings if you do it, Sean.
Well, if it's for ratings, I guess it's okay.
I know. I hate the player, hate the game.
Oh, fine, all right then.
I'm only doing this once though.
Yeah. But if you do it twice,
oh no, because you could come back for the Halloween special. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Sean, what did you think? Brains. I mean, in Phil's defense, I mean, it's like what I said, you don't have people die of heart attacks or things like that in Star Wars. That's not the real world shit is not as much in there. And so it's it's a little off-putting. I can see why, but I'm getting to really love it.
Is there any trans people in it yet?
Well,
Is
give
that
it
there were
time.
There
a
is
couple
some
of
lesbians.
lesbians.
Yeah, it's a couple of lesbians.
Yeah, we got the
Obviously.
lesbians. Yeah,
Obviously,
got to
because,
have
you know,
lesbians.
Everybody, let's be honest. Even the most hardcore, like Christian fundamentalists, is okay with hot lesbians, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Lesbians
they're
are
hot.
fine.
Have you ever noticed there's a massive difference between movie lesbians and real life lesbians?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of a story that I don't think I can tell on the air. Never
We'll save
mind.
that for after one, eh, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I say, yeah, movie lesbians are really hot, whereas real life lesbians look like extras from Rings of Power.
They look like us without
They look
beards.
like us. Yeah, they look. That's what I was-
Yeah.
Okay, hot lesbians have had a long and proud history in the pages of Hustler since 1974, and I don't see any reason why we should turn our backs on it now.
I love that shirt that was always like, I support gay marriage as long as it's between two hot chicks.
So Yoda, you wanted to talk about She-Hulk as well, then?
Speaking of hot
Well,
chicks,
Yeah, I've just kind of come to the point. Like I listened to Chatmo and his discussion on it, and you just start to realize that these are just children who don't have any real. They have a degree, I'm sure, but they have no real education and understanding literacy or literature or how to create stories or
Or even
what
plot
the human
details
condition.
or sub-stories and that kind of thing.
Yeah, they don't understand the human condition. They live in this bubble that is just all about whining about their precious privileged lives. And I remember Peter Jackson when he was making Lord of the Rings, and he was saying, you know, we want to make this for the fans. He was very reverent towards the fans and trying to get it right for the fans. And it appears that people are taking these properties now and saying, fuck the fans. We hate the fans. And I'm like going, they're building it for the critical comments. Like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? We made this because we know people will complain about these particular things, and that's why we put them in there. It's like, wait, can't you just go and bother somebody else? Do you have to? What did we do to you? I didn't do anything to any of these people. Why are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
well,
a man. You've got a penis, and so that's what you've done wrong.
I'll tell you why they do it. It's because this stuff was the last thing that people like us managed to gatekeep to the last man standing. And no, I'm serious.
I know.
And they finally, and it bothered them so much because they couldn't get into it, you know. And then they finally found a way into it for however reason. But now it's on because they hate it. They always hated people like us and our hobbies, and the fact that it was sort of the, you know, He-Man Woman's Haters Club. But
Tucker Carlson said it great the other day. He says, you know, it used to be, it's like, okay, you know, it was live and let live. We had our, you know, traditional stuff. And then there was that one guy down the street liked to wear a dress. You're like, okay, whatever. He wants to wear a dress. That's fine. We'll leave him alone. He leaves us alone. But that wasn't good enough anymore. The guy in the dress now needs to go to the schools and make sure your kids are wearing dresses too.
Yeah.
Or, you know, getting, you know, and it's kind of the same mentality. It's not enough that we enjoy our stuff and you enjoy your stuff. You got to insert yourself into the stuff.
Yeah.
And
You've got to enjoy our stuff as
destroy.
well.
And it's all destruction. It's like I tweeted out where I think it's in Scotland or somewhere where they're just pouring milk out onto the ground for no reason.
London as well, a lot of places.
London, yeah, they're just pouring it out into the ground. I'm like,
well, there's a
you're
reason.
just destroying and getting attention for yourself, but you have nothing to offer anybody.
The milk has become a thing, and
It doesn't matter what it is.
Well,
I'm just
I know, but
saying, it's all
it-
about destroying that which came before, but they have nothing to offer us in replacement that has any joy or meaning or fun or
Wasn't it somebody
beauty
like
or anything.
yeah,
Wasn't it somebody
don't,
like
but they're-
Benjamin Franklin or George Washington who said, if you complain about something but you don't offer a solution, you're just whining.
And that's all they're doing. And I'm just like, that's all She-Hulk is. It's just one big 8-episode whine.
I
With
still
nothing to
couldn't-
offer.
I still could not, I could genuinely not get over that ending was just, I mean, it genuinely kind of left me speechless. That it was
Spoilers.
so.
Spoilers, don't ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see it.
Yeah,
Let the show creators do that.
Just, but
They've ruined it good.
It was the worst kind of just thing I could. I genuinely couldn't believe that. I don't know, dozens, maybe hundreds of people read that script, and it got signed off. That's what
So
I couldn't believe.
Just before Sean does reach for his gun, what happened? Did they get a robot to erase?
Right, basically,
I
what happened
I
was
haven't even
is
watched it. Fucking terrible.
the
It was cut
Hulk.
and paste. Get rid of that.
It-
Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now we go back to
No,
the
no.
story.
What
Everything's-
happens is it turns out that all the trolls, which are the trolls are the men who watch it online and everything, have been forming this
Yeah.
group against her. And the
Yes.
one guy injects himself, and he starts
Lit-
to become big and strong. And then Abomination turns up, and then the Hulk turns up, and a big fight breaks out. And she goes,
And
"Wait a minute."
Titania comes in for no reason.
Oh, yeah, for no reason. And again, I was thinking, but then She-Hulk turns to the camera and goes, "Are we really going to end it like this?" And then it cuts to the Disney Plus menu. And it's got her She-Hulk, and she climbs out of it and climbs into another like reality program about Disney, goes into the writer's room where there is Jessica Chow, the stupid cow who wrote this. And
Are
she's
you
going-
just wait a minute? Are you fucking with me? Is this really the show? Or are you
This
making
is really
up?
what happened.
This is really what happens. So She-Hulk walks in there and going, "Why are we ending the series like this? Why don't we have just him getting arrested and Hulk doesn't turn up and Titania doesn't turn up, and then also Daredevil turns up and we can have a relationship?" And then all the writers go, "Oh yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Well, we've got to run it past Kevin," and you're obviously thinking it's Kevin Feige.
Biage.
But you're obviously thinking it's Kevin, but Kevin turns out to be like an acronym of knowledge, evolution, visual
Who gives
instinct,
a
or
fuck?
Stop.
something or
stop.
other.
Listen,
No, she's-
wait a minute. Let me sum up much more concisely than you could. The ending of She-Hulk is a certified woman moment. Now let's move on.
That's the
It's a
thing.
dude-
is-
It's a Deus Ex Machina to end
Yeah.
all of them in the most.
she literally
lazy
goes
way
into
possible.
Kevin and she's going, "Yeah, let's fix this and let's do that." And then so basically she gets a happy ending. So
This
what
is
is
why I want
teaching?
the
What is
Andor
teaching?
crossover.
She
This
does
is-
a happy ending to
Yeah,
What's
Daredevil.
the happy ending?
I'd
If
watch
only.
that.
No.
No,
But
not
she's
the good
she's
kind.
saying to women that the only way you can get a happy ending is if you can meta your own life and sort of fix it from within. You know, if you talk to a clever robot. So basically, you're never going to get a happy ending because that's how crap life is. Honestly, I love the fact that Sean didn't believe us, but that is genuinely what happened.
The
That
19th
sounds even
Amendment.
worse than I imagined.
The 19th
So is she-
Amendment and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race.
Well,
I'll
the
tell you,
funny
I
thing
never
is, on Instagram, on the Hulk account, the biggest comment that just keeps coming up is Thanos was right.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, he was as well.
Thanos was right.
So is Daredevil slipping her a length, or is that just?
Yeah, he's there
That's-
having
that's
dinner with her
catching.
family.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been ruined. He's
Yeah.
ruined.
So if you guys were going to nail her, would you rather nail her as in her Hulk form or her human form?
Are you talking
Well,
about with
I
a nail
thought about
gun?
this.
No, I mean sex. I know
I
as a
thought
married
about
man,
this.
I know as a married man that is a very you know it's like you forgot what that's like, but I meant two consenting heterosexual.
I think about nothing else. Anybody on the TV, that Liz Truss, the new prime minister.
Yeah.
Five or six beers.
so
To
for
quote
so
the Hodge,
back to
so
the
to
more
quote the
serious.
Hodge twins.
I
Wait a
know
minute, wait a
she's
minute.
dead, but the queen's looking kind of hot in that coffin.
So no, back to the more serious question. It doesn't even have to be the show version because obviously she's revolting, but the hot comic book version, whichever one you prefer. Would you rather smang her as human or as She-Hulk?
But well, my question is, your human
You're
mushroom
human.
tip would be able to penetrate her soft Hulk walls because she's basically. So
Rip your
you'd
dick
have to
off,
do it
man.
when she's just normal. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get in there. You're just like,
What happens if she
Fuck
gets
out.
too excited?
Okay.
If you're eating her out and her head's,
If
she crushes your
all
head.
right, say you're Superman, would you rather
Right.
bang? Okay, so you can take it. You've been bitten by a radioactive.
Krypton, yes.
Yes,
You've been
and
bitten
so-
by a radioactive planet.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So would you say you could endure it? Human
My
or
my
Hulk?
follow-up question to that
Hulk.
If she's Jen, do I have to talk to her?
No.
All right, then probably Jen. But as long as I don't have to
I'll
talk
go
to her or
She-Hulk.
make
But
any conversation.
If we're going by the way John Byrne drew them both, Hulk all the way.
Yeah.
So you want those big green watermelon boobies in your face?
What about
Hey,
you,
look,
then,
I'm
Sean?
an old Star Trek guy. Had those Orion green bitches.
Yeah,
You-
there you
you-
go.
Mhm.
You know what they say about She-Hulks? Green on the outside, pink on the inside.
They're all
They're all
They all
watermelon.
are.
They're all watermelons.
To be fair,
Strangely enough,
guys,
green on the inside too. I was shocked.
to be
Oh,
fair,
wow.
guys,
That's
I'm
too
just gonna interrupt here because I'm thinking that this could be a live stream in a couple of weeks' time. Which fictional characters would you do? Okay.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.